This is how the African president rolls, and this is how the African citizen rolls. This is where the African president chills, and this is where the African kid chills. The end of this video will shock you. At the height of Donald Trump effect being felt across the world, from Colombia to Russia, from Gaza to the US prison, most hit by these effects are the African, who are among the biggest beneficiaries of the US donations. Donald Trump just pulled the Americans from WHO, and the effects are already out in most African countries, and one of them is Kenya. Panic everywhere, from the Ministry of Health to the Kenyan citizen. Some even took it to X to express their disappointment. One read as follows: as someone who supported Donald Trump, he has really disappointed me. Stopping the supply of life-saving drugs for malaria, HIV, TB, and medical supplies for newborn babies, especially in Africa, is callous, inhuman, and unacceptable. Leaders should be people-centric. Kenya gained independence in 1963. That is 62 years of self-rule, and the country cannot sustain its own health system. Well, the guy on the tweet does not understand that Donald Trump was elected by the American people, and he will do what he got to do to protect the Americans from high taxes that end up funding wars or corruption in other countries. Question though is, where did all the donation money go to? Case example, Kenya. It has over 300 members of parliament, over 60 senators, over 40 governors, another 300 members of county assemblies, chiefs, and many other state offices performing duplicated services. All these offices have deputies, and the deputies have deputies with personal assistants. And to add cherry on top of the cake, there is a president with a deputy. All these offices take huge chunk of the national cake, leaving a small fraction for development. That is why 62 years into independence, and the best a Kenyan president can launch is a faulty healthcare system in the name of SHA. Sad part is none of these leaders are selfless enough to sacrifice for their own people. This is the Netherlands Prime Minister. He is seen walking to office with a Nigerian lady. In another video, he is spotted cycling to work. Notice how clean and advanced Netherlands is. Compared to Kenya, current deputy president addressing locals from a Porsche car. Notice how pathetic the road is. Terrible condition for that Porsche car to run. 62 years, and Kenyan engineering graduates were bypassed by Chinese engineers in building the standard gauge railway and the Thika superhighway. 62 years into independence, and France and America are called to help stabilize Goma despite the presence of an African Union. 62 years into independence, and we watch Elon Musk juggle with X, Tesla, Starlink, and SpaceX as we bribe out investors from our economy. Africa hates Africa.